In 2015, Lonnie Hutchinson held a retrospective exhibition developed by the Gus Fisher Gallery called Blackbird. Stephanie Oberg, art curator, writer and friend of Lonnie Hutchinson, wrote a poem of the same name, reflecting on the artist's work and early career. She reads it now.
Blackbird 1. To the birds of slavery. The shipboard bitch groans in captivity, flexes her limbs, erotic roll of her hips. We stare just that little bit longer. Remember when I left you at the gallery, holding a box of pins and a bag of jet planes? You were still there in the morning with an idea. Migration, tourism, sugarcoating heavy things like nuclear testing, Western imperialism. The Lonnie and Ronnie show. We were just being cheeky, wanting brown faces and white spaces because it was Christchurch, right? Cathedrals, private schools, Ngāi Tahu. You were a hot house flower ready for export. New Caledonia, the passing of Iosefa Inari, that shadow casting. I watched you struggle for language and find it in black paper, the mounds of Samoa, the hills of home, the east side of a dead volcano, the days when you read poetry aloud, the emotional texture of words, the graphic, the soundscape. Cartridge paper decorated with a scrawl, a phrase to break the barren field. You'd spin some vinyl classic or bootleg recording, Lady Six inscribed, jettisoned to fame, and so do you. These vintage cuts, black still resonating, grief full of good. 2. Pressing into the night with your knife, hear your vintage cuts, Samoan, Ngāi Tahu, creator. Seated on the floor fixing eyelets to your tsunami Samoa, a funeral sheet. Reminds me of Vietnam, a war memorial. Ground zero. You sit just like my nana, your hands happy in their rhythm. Now I see the liquid wall, the lagoon, its fringed inlets where your girls recline poolside beneath a starburst halo. Those pools are tongues. If I could hear and pass through the black beyond the white, I would. My passage is a dose of dreaming. I think about your mum, her room lined in siapo, the songs of life, living one more conversation and the recording of another. I think about my mum. Women without guile, strong as themselves, wrapped in the bliss of black, vein back to the ancestors, the beginning. There are others who gave us wings, and so we fly into the shadowlands, deep into the var with you.